Welcome to the SEO.co Search Engine Optimization Podcast. Digital marketing essentials and next-level tactics. From off-site and on-site optimization to persuasive selling and everything in between. You'll learn actionable tips on what it takes to outright and outrank your competition.
White Label PPC. Pros and cons of white labeling. Pay-per-click management. White labeling PPC management is a marketing strategy that allows you to outsource your campaign management and pay-per-click services. It's basically a way of outsourcing the work without giving up all control over it. The benefits of white labeling are that you can get more traffic, save time, cost less money, and improve your ROI. However, there are also some drawbacks to this type of service which we will discuss later in the article. Pro white label PPC services are inexpensive. White labeling is a cost-effective way to maintain control over your campaign while outsourcing the work. The main perk of this strategy is that it's much cheaper than other methods because you're only paying for one service PPC management instead of multiple services. Con: you lose control over your campaigns. One potential downside to white labeling PPC management is that all the responsibility falls on an outside agency that may not be as invested in achieving success as you are. It can also feel like if there was ever any issue with your campaigns, then it would always fall back onto you and no one else. If something goes wrong with the white label company's account or they simply stop working out well for you, then what? You'll face an unprecedented problem with no easy solution. Therefore, be mindful of this possibility before moving forward. Pro: you can improve your capacity. White labeling PPC is a great way to grow your business without taking on more employees. You can improve capacity and expand into new markets by outsourcing the work with this strategy. One of the main drawbacks of white label campaigns is that they are not set up for success at first because there's no real understanding of what you're trying to accomplish or achieve. However, once the campaign has been analyzed and improved upon, then it should be able to deliver much better results than before, which makes it worth considering in certain cases where quality matters most, like when running an e-commerce website store. Pro: you'll receive better innovation. White labeling PPC campaigns are not set up for success from the start. So, it's possible that innovation may be lacking in this type of plan because you're only paying one company to do everything and have no real understanding as to what they're doing or how successful they might be at first. Although there are a lot of potential upsides like more traffic, improved ROI, savings on costs, etc., these benefits will never get realized if your campaign isn't well managed by an agency with experience working with white label clients in the past. Pro: you can enter a new market at ease. White labeling is a great way to slowly enter new markets without taking on too much risk. You can use this strategy to avoid the high costs of entering a market as an outsider and take your time getting to know the culture, language, what needs exist in that country, etc. Con: if one agency fails or the white label company goes out of business, then your campaigns will fail. If you're not doing anything different, then it's possible for white label PPC campaigns to fail just like any other campaign with another company would if they were responsible for managing the service from start to finish. But because all responsibility falls onto one outside agency when using these services, then there will be no backup plan should something go wrong. You can help assuage this risk by making sure you're tracking all of your campaigns using various white label tools that you and the partner agency can both access. You may lose the human touch, but at least you won't lose the critical data for your clients' campaigns. Pro: it helps to maintain brand cohesion. White labeling PPC campaigns are a great way to maintain brand cohesion. You can use these services for your campaign without having to worry about doing any work-related tasks yourself. It's also possible that marketing costs may be lower because you're only paying one company and not multiple companies, like if you were outsourcing all the aspects of running an online business: marketing, management, design, etc. This is just another thing to consider before making this decision so it doesn't become too costly later on in terms of both time and money. Con: there is a lot of liability. White label PPC means that everything falls back onto you in case of a disaster. If anything goes wrong with the company or if they simply stop working out well for you, then what? It can be challenging to find another agency willing to work on your account, so it might become difficult and costly just trying to get things going again even though there's been no wrongdoing done by anyone involved. You are responsible for all costs associated with this type of service as long as it is running, which means any new campaigns will have high startup fees since white labeling companies charge more than others because they want return business from their clientele. You can potentially alienate your customers. White labeling PPC campaigns can turn off your customers if you're not careful. You want to make sure that the white label company in question is working with their clients in a way that's good for them and it doesn't seem like just another ploy to get more money from someone who already feels like they've been taken by one too many companies before. One of the other downsides associated with this type of marketing strategy is how impersonal it seems at first glance when looking at things from afar. But, don't let that stop you yet, because there are plenty of upsides that should be considered as well, so take some time and explore what's on offer before jumping into anything headfirst without considering all aspects related to these services. Contact us today. All in all, working with a white label PPC agency can help you improve and scale your campaign. There are a lot of benefits of working with a white label digital marketing agency. There are also some drawbacks you should be aware of. If you're considering trying this service out, we'd love to speak to you about a white label partnership, including campaigns for white label SEO. Do you want to learn more about how we can help you? If so, contact us today to speak to a member of our team and start improving your PPC campaign.
Thank you for joining us on the SEO.co podcast. We appreciate your time. Be sure to rate, review, and subscribe to the show and visit SEO.co for more resources based on today's topic, as well as access to more podcast episodes to help you improve your site's long-term SEO success.